Hi guys, it's Shani with Healing Elements, and I'm bringing you another video to add to my playlist all about spirit animals. So as I've been saying in these videos, if you have ever resonated or found out that you relate to a specific spirit animal throughout your life or throughout a specific theme in your life, perhaps one of them is on my playlist, and you can take a listen and see if any of the messages or themes or symbols mean something or ring true for you. So if you have not ever, tried to look into spirit animals, if you want to intuitively be guided as far as your traits and intuitively what you know, to pick maybe one or two on this list randomly and see if you resonate, maybe you'll find your spirit animal. So guys, this is all about the scorpion spirit animal, very powerful, the scorpion spirit. So guys, this is indeed one of the very, very detailed and multifaceted spirit animals. It has so much to the energy. It is, of course, tied in also with the zodiac sun sign of Scorpio and holds a lot of traits similar, but the scorpion spirit animal is just so intricate. It may be a long video, but it's detailed, and my journal entry was just extra long. So this is all about the scorpion spirit, guys. If you resonate with the scorpion spirit animal, you often can, confuse people about yourself, and also you can confuse people by being a new version of yourself that is completely polar opposite of how you, behaved yourself previously, or what you did in your life as far as a career, or, who you chose as a partner in love relationships, that sort of thing. Just very, very regenerative, and you can confuse and surprise people a lot. And there's a lot of traits that go into that, but just basically being, one like a snake, just like, shedding skin, you are able to create a new version of yourself, which often confuses people and leaves them mystified. So you're very mysterious as well. Scorpion spirit holds a lot of deep spiritual, themes. So with your deep spiritual energy just alone, to the existence of, ascension and higher consciousness, you really represent that action of actually moving forward and helping people to move forward through the different, awakening, realizations and things of that nature. Scorpion spirit is the illuminator. So, just like the scorpion under ultraviolet lights will glow, right? Like a sort of bioluminescence, I think it is. Just beautiful colors that are like neon signs, purple and green. You are, if you resonate with the scorpion spirit, an illuminator. You not only illuminate others and show them the pathway or open their eyes, maybe even just by, telling your tales, or by the way in which your energy, your soul, is able to connect with people in such a deep spiritual way. You illuminate in them and awaken something that they then can take and go off on their own self-exploration of all, of their spiritual awakening and path to enlightenment is going to entail. You guys definitely illuminate and shine a light and light our pathway. Just definitely show people that if we, want to peer through the veil, that there is plenty to see. And you let people know that, either, like I said, in a very silent, unspoken, but very, very psychic, spiritual way. So even people who are not receptive to, psychic telekinesis or just, telepathic wavelengths, you bring that out in people. You illuminate people. You can wake up the most, dead asleep, sleepwalker, right? So that's good. You're also someone who paralyzes people, just like the scorpion in nature, right? So the scorpion spirit animal, you know, if you resonate with this, it is paralyzing. You can paralyze people with, you know, fear by just the sight of you, because, you know, they are so drawn to your allure. They get captivated and almost paralyzed in a good way, right? And you can also paralyze them hypnotically, making them stand still almost just by, you know, a glare, a intensely meaningful stare, right? And the mouth will just go agape from these people. It's very intense if you're resonating with the Scorpion spirit. Definitely when hurt, like, or attacked in any way, disrespected, maybe even heartbroken, you know, you can then do the, you know, damage inflicting paralyzation, where just like the scorpion in nature, you have a stinger that, you know, inflicts venom and poison and can paralyze quite literally. So metaphorically, the scorpion spirit, if heartbroken or hurt at all, you know, they can stun and sting and paralyze in turn, you know, the people who inflict emotional pain upon them, and they can leave their victim, you know, forevermore feeling paralyzed, as if they cannot move forward because of that sting. So it's only brought out, if you are a scorpion spirit, it's only brought out when provoked. Your spirit is very light and spiritual, but definitely able to fend off and defend if need be. Also, you know, considered to be the spirit animal of initiating change, right? And you also initiate change, like I said, within others, right? Whether that's on a spiritual path or, you know, just self-improvement. It just unlocks people's higher level of consciousness most times. You're so deep and spiritual, and so you're one who just opens people's mind, even if it's something in like, again, non-spiritual, it's the scientific way. You're just really, really able to broaden people's horizon and let them see through a different set of window panes, right? Definitely known for being persuasive. So you are very, very persuasive and charismatically so. Just charming, and the look of a very, very sensual, like a sexy type of thing, where no one ever feels put off or put on, like they're, you know, like you're really just being fake with them. They never feel that way. So your charm, just once you put it on, you absolutely can, again, hypnotize and paralyze people in a very, very substantial and good way. If you, you know, look at it that way, because you're just stunning as far as what you represent, all encompassing. You are very driven if you resonate with the scorpion spirit, like incredibly driven, and have a very noticeably exceptional will. You act with free will always, just with an abundance of willpower, so strong so as nothing blocks your way. Just very, very headstrong, determined, driven, and just exceptional will and willpower. And also very, you know, symbolic to the scorpion spirit animal is being adaptable. Very, very adaptable. Similar to the mouse spirit, but this is adaptable to any condition. You know, come rain, sleet, hail, snow, heat, you know, anything, boiling water. Literally, this represents, a symbol represents, you know, the ability to adapt, you know, and persevere through extreme, and I mean extreme adversity, where it's just too hot to handle for most people, right? Because scorpions are usually where it's hot in the desert. So in the harshest of circumstances, scorpion spirit animal people are amazing. So you are amazing at adapting and making the best of your environment, pretty much. So, you know, very changeable, immutable. Also in, you know, Native American beliefs, the scorpion spirit animal represents change, just like the main theme with, you know, the zodiac sign of Scorpio, the 8th house in astrology, or, you know, the scorpion spirit is transformation and change. You know, the Native Americans also, because, you know, the scorpion in nature is dangerous, formidable, you know, the animal totem of the scorpion can also symbolize a potential danger, or, you know, coming of something that is a tower moment or destruction, or something very, very, you know, dangerous, and something to be really cautious about. So that's also another theme. And the changing of the seasons, the changing of the phases of the moon, any transition and transformation that completely changes and brings about a new feel, look, you know, experience, existence, timeline, you name it, that is indicative and symbolic of the scorpion spirit. It's all about kind of that incubation, right? The phases of metamorphosis, also that primordial egg, right? And the hatching, that whole process, the, you know, process of incubation, right? Conception, incubation, birth, life, death, that whole transition, and all those different phases, so vastly different, but all encompassed and, you know, collectively important and in relation to each other, right? So the processes also of any kind of organic life, quite literally dying. So, you know, living on earth in the physical, dying, our physical vessel becoming, you know, dust and bones eventually to nourish the planet in the future. That's a big, you know, symbol with this spirit animal. You, again, are, you know, I think the most powerful spirit totem or spirit animal, the scorpion spirit, of being able to come out with a completely new set of life skills, or set of, you know, goals, set of principles. I mean, you name it. You shed, like I said, that exoskeleton, the skin, and you are a brand new you at several different intervals in your lifetime. If you, you know, relate to the scorpion spirit, you are all about renewing, right? Renewing yourself, or things that you need to do, you know, renew anything around your home or your, you know, vehicle or your office. It's just, you know, renewing relationships, you name it. It's renewal of anything that needs to have some maintenance. You're all about maintenance and replenishing and renewing things, all, you know, encompassing. If you need to renew them entirely and break them down to the foundation and build it up, right? That's what you'll do. You're in, you know, total sync with the crab spirit animal, with the whole regeneration. So, you know, just like the crab regenerates a claw if it's cut off, you regenerate, obviously, brand new skin. So a whole new you is basically cleansing throughout your life, these, you know, periods of re-evaluation, relocation, sometimes physically, or just relocation of your mind, body, and soul, and physical, like, existence as well too. Just definitely reincorporating things too that maybe 2 phases ago that you had in your life and you lost and you want it back. So really good about that, and renegotiating anything with, you know, yourself and your principles. So you're not too keen on constantly giving people, you know, forgiveness, because once your trust is broken, just like Scorpio in the zodiac, it is tough to gain it back. However, it is not said, you know, I mean, not ever done. So I really feel as if you will give certain energies that connect with you on a deep level a second chance, and that's rare, but I feel like, you know, it's not like the scorpion in nature looks. You're not as formidable, truly, if people get to know you and get inside the shell and find out, of course, how deeply sensitive, tender that you can be. So also, you know, the scorpion spirit is very, again, mysterious and mystical. Definitely a mystical symbol of old. Also correlated at times with our third eye through certain beliefs and, you know, research, that it symbolizes the chakra, our third eye chakra opening up to more possibilities behind the veil, more spiritual, esoteric concepts, or, you know, principles that are very deep, that go back to the first questions when we were little, that, you know, we tripped out about, like, why are we here, etc., etc. Those kind of deep diving, third eye opening through the veil experiences is symbolic. Mystical experiences, mystical aura, and mystical, you know, way about you and demeanor is definitely indicative of the Scorpion spirit animal. You also have, of course, deeply powerful gifts of psychic proportion. So, you know, anywhere from being clairvoyant, clairaudient, to just an incredible empathic capacity. So just anything that you do as far as a nurse or a counselor, like a teacher, social worker type thing, maybe a foster parent, you're going to do that with so much tender love, because you are the underrated nurturer and protector. The spirit animal of the Scorpion is a mother, an empress, a absolute, you know, coveter of protecting those who cannot defend themselves. The Scorpion in the wild has their babies on their back, you know, for a long time, very, very tender, and most people wouldn't guess that. It's just very, very indicative of protecting. So when you go in with such an incredibly empathic attitude toward those fields, it brings beauty. So you're very, very helpful and change people's lives, illuminating them in that way too. You illuminate people in the way in which you make them feel, and reinforce them positively when other peers and other people may have not given it to them, right? Also, the Scorpion spirit is symbolic of death and rebirth, of course. And, you know, again, death and rebirth of even the trees that are, you know, grown from seeds up and eventually die and regenerate, right? Dead back into the soil. It's that, but also the death of a lot of other things that have to do with, you know, our higher consciousness, like death of the ego. So spirit of the Scorpion symbolizes spiritual awakening, and also that process, the dark night of the soul, and digging deep in shadow work, and just really, really pulling out some heavy, heavy duty emotions that we probably blinded ourselves to or may have suppressed, right? That is what it is. Death of, you know, letting things marinate. Because again, Scorpion spirit animal energy is all about transformation, getting out and starting fresh, getting that new skin, right? So anything that needs to die, as far as, you know, harboring any harmful, toxic, or negative, resentful, or traumatic emotions, this, if you're that spirit animal, you really embody that principle of letting things die when it's time, really, truly, and you teach people that. So death of the ego, and just death of old self and self, you know, inflicted programming or other people's programming, right? You are also extremely, as I said, protective, just sensitive, empathic, and often become, you know, even though you like to remain isolated and solemn and to yourself mostly, you just usually are so sweet to people who don't feel like they have anywhere to go and need some sort of, like, attentive nurturing. You know, often you use your home and just will invite people. You can also use, you know, your stinger defending those people that you're protecting, your young or other peers or other people, in the form of just anything necessary to provide them love and any sustenance that you have been, like refuge or moral support, encouragement, just to those who you choose to protect. And also, you know, it is indicative also of, I think, survival in, again, a very adverse scenario. So, you know, you are able to see the forest for the trees and kind of be subtle and quiet and, you know, really, really just defensive, and just will show your strength and your brute and your power if provoked. But truly, if there's an adverse situation that it doesn't have anything to do with you, you are very good under pressure, very, very stealthy. And sometimes if you're resonating with this scorpion spirit, you can be nocturnal, of course. They're nocturnal in the wilds. You can have basically a fan club also, if you resonate with this, of potential partners, a ton of them at a time, whether or not you're engaging with them or not. You just have a lot of people who have crushes. They're crushing on you and all the time approach you, people nonstop, you know, most ending up never to forget you, and just definitely having a taste of like poisonous venom in the form of just resenting that they could not capture you. You couldn't even probably do anything to them. So even people you don't know have crushes on you. That's a big theme. You prefer totally not to be captured, right? And it takes the very, very exact right one to tie you down and capture. It's all indicative of being able to be selective and definitely not wanting to ever feel suppressed or restricted or captured yourself. And when you do feel like you, quote unquote, capture somebody for a committed partnership, you hold on to that as something sacred. Also, the last thing I'll leave you guys off with is the obvious hardiness of the scorpion spirit animal. Is very hardy. The body armor of the exoskeleton, you know, in nature for the scorpion is immense and protective with the claws as well. So you're just very, very sturdy, hardy, and willing to work. You're more willing to work overtime and push yourself until your hands are basically blisters. Scorpio spirit would pertain to maybe athletes that practice incessantly until their bodies are like at times cut, bruised, or even broken, right? It's just, you're a beast, you're durable, you like to work hard, and you work harder than most people if you resonate with this scorpion spirit. You also, of course, to leave you guys off one more time, is about the whole symbol of change and transformation within everything that you embody. So you walk around and teach, when you illuminate people, that they need to progress to a different stage in their life, even if it's not a huge life theme. It's something that you guys really bring out and encourage people, or subtly will, you know, show them because you are busy shedding your skin and you're very, very influential and an illuminator in that way. So blessings, love, and light, guys. Thank you so much for taking another listen to one of my videos on the playlist, all about spirit animals. This is all about the scorpion spirit animal.